right, welcome back. To reward you for coming back for the second video, I'll give you your code word now. Sorry, I forgot last lesson. Let's have our code word this week be finals because you get to skip them this year. That's one of the positives about e-learning is you don't have to do any finals. I know that e-learning has been a challenge, but you don't have to do finals, and so we'll have that be our code word for today. All right, so this was a you try, so why don't you go ahead and pause the video now, look at the one we did on the last video, and see if you can do this one on your own. You should have started by drawing a diagram. So here's your cliff. Jason's going to jump off that cliff into the ocean. The cliff is 480 feet high, and if we can find his height as a function of time by using the equation negative 16t squared plus 16t plus 480. All right, you should have noticed that it says maximum height, and that should have made you think of the vertex. So t is equal to negative b over 2a. So it's going to be negative 16 divided by 2 times negative 16. So that's negative 16 over negative 32, which reduces to be 1/2, which is 0.5. So it took him about half a second to get to his maximum height. And then how high was he from the ocean? So we are going to substitute in our 0.5 into our equation. So it's negative 16 times 0.5 squared plus 16 times 0.5 plus 480. This is going to become negative 4 plus 8 plus 480, which is going to give us 484 feet. So it took him half a second to get to his maximum height, and at that time he was 484 feet. So he could only jump about 4 feet into the air. All right, now it says, how long did Jason take to reach the ocean? So remember, when he is hitting the ocean, he is 0 feet away from the ocean. So we can go ahead and put 0 in for our height. You see if you can solve this now, either factoring or quadratic formula. All right, welcome back. I'm going to use the quadratic formula. So it's going to be negative 16 plus or minus the square root of b squared. So 16 squared, I don't know off the top of my head. It is 256 plus negative 4 times a times c, all over 2 times a. I am going to simplify inside the radical first. So it's negative 16 plus or minus the square root. Negative 4 times negative 16 times 480 is 30,720 plus 256 gives me 30,976 inside the square root divided by negative 32. I'm going to find the square root of 30,976 and I get 176 for that. So we could have factored this one. I just didn't take the time to do it because the numbers were so big. So it's negative 16 plus or minus the square root of 176 divided by negative 32. I'm going to split this up now into two problems. Negative 16 plus 176 divided by negative 32 and negative 16 minus 176 divided by negative 32. So negative 16 plus 176, I hit enter. I get 160 for that divided by negative 32 and I get negative 5. I'm going to throw that one out because the question is how long did it take? And we can't go backwards in time, so we're not going to use that one. Negative 16 minus 176 divided by negative 32 gives me 6. So we know that it took Jason 6 seconds to reach the ocean. That's a pretty long call. All right, your job now is to go to Haiku and complete the IP on applications of quadratics. You may use this video, your notes, or office hours for help. Please email me with questions. Sorry the second video had to be so short. I can only do 15 minutes at a time for YouTube, so that's why this one got split into two. Hope to see some of you in office hours this week. Good job. You're getting pretty close to the end. Keep up the good work.